the foul shot as the shot goes for number 4. Puzo scoring for the Big Blue. Quick goal for the Big Blue, making it 1-0 with 10:31 left of the first quarter.
That was a very nice goal there from Puzo, Paul. I think this game has started off nice already. Only a minute and 29 seconds in. We are already 1-0 Swampscott.
A perfect start for the Big Blue will get us back to the center for a draw between the two teams. Clofton will go back to the center. So the ball goes into the air as Melrose will recover. There'll be another foul, and it'll stay with Melrose as they keep going. And whistle is blown once again.
The whistle yet again blown for unknown reasons, or do we know, Paul?
It looks like there's been many fouls on from the face-off as both teams have gotten a free face-off win. As we're back with number 22, Matthews, bringing up the ball for Melrose. Another whistle. As this time it'll be a penalty shot for the Red Raiders. Looking to tie up the game. Cutting inside, the Big Blue pick her up right away. That is Daniels with the ball as she passes straight out. The Big Blue defense standing up for now as the pass is inside. Passes back out to Matthews.
Paul, not even a full 3 minutes. We already had 2 penalty shots.
Very physical game, is correct, Joey, as there's another whistle blown.
For yet another penalty shot, perhaps?
And it looks like it. Another great opportunity for Melrose to tie up the game with a little under 9 minutes left of the first quarter. Cutting inside number 17 and scores! Number 17 for Melrose, tying up the game for the Big Blue.
That is correct. That is a tie there. First goal going to Coco Clopton, and someone who is not on our roster confirmed, number 17. We deeply apologize. Oh, I'm sorry. That was not Clopton who scored the first goal. It was Puzo who scored the first goal for Swampscott.
As Clopton was a huge contributor to that goal, bringing the ball all the way up to around the 20-yard line as we go back to the center for another draw. .8:33 left of the first quarter and is tied 1 apiece. Another foul call on the face-off as Melrose will recover. Clopton not happy with the call as Melrose will get the free draw win.
Paul, is that 3 whistles on 3 face-offs?
That is 3 whistles. Both teams playing very quick.
Fast-paced, you could even say. Extremely diligent.
As there's another whistle blown and looks like it'll be another penalty shot for Melrose. A lot of penalties to start off this game. Let's see if that continues as the first quarter progresses. Cutting inside is number 17 once again, passes out. Melrose picking up the pressure against the Big Blue defense. Hit from behind and whistle is blown once again. It'll be a great opportunity for Melrose to take the lead against Swampscott.
Paul, I'm going to agree with you, as you said earlier, quite the physical game.
Very physical, very quick-paced game. Not something you see from the Big Blue very often, but they are holding up for now. as Melrose look to take the penalty shot. No good on that penalty, but there'll be another penalty called for Melrose. Let's see if they can score on this one.
That's four or five penalties.
There's around
Five
five penalties against the Big Blue.
No, 5 penalty shots. I don't know if penalties. I think it's about 4 penalties against the Big Blue.
Cutting inside, and it's a goal for Santos, giving Melrose the lead 2-1 with 6:46 left of the first quarter. Big Blue have had no words for this Melrose offense.
Well, I don't say this very often, but we might be seeing a prime competitor for the Big Blue here, as this is a very important moment for them as they are in front of the Big Blue.
As the Big Blue look to bounce back as they are competing now for the first place seed in the tournament, as they have one more game on Friday, which will be at home, streamed on Big Blue Athletics. Make sure to tune into that game, as that will be the final game for both boys and girls, as the playoffs will begin next week, as both teams will start with home field advantage. As there'll be another penalty called on the face-off against Clopton.
Quite the long wait for a face-off. Or a draw.
Be a redo draw between both sides, as Clopton will win it for the Big Blue. Ball still rolling. Tripp trying to get it, unable to get it. Melrose recover. Passes over to Santos. Passes out to Matthews. And whistle is blown once again. Extremely physical game from the Big Blue defense, as Melrose will get another penalty shot.
This is not at all looking any good for the Big Blue right now, Paul.
Tough game defensively for the Big Blue, already allowing 2 goals in, as the pass gets inside, deflected as the ball nearly rolls in. Kaplan lets it out though, as there'll be another whistle blown. Another penalty for Melrose, as the pass goes straight out. Not looking for a shot, as this time will go outside to Matthews. Shot, as it will retain Melrose possession as they pick up the pace. Tough defense, as there's another penalty called. Referee making the call, as this time it'll go against Melrose for the first time in 2 minutes. 5:23 left of the first quarter as Swampscott finally get the ball back.
Starting behind their own goal line, immediately passing to the goal you see here, Paul.
Kaplan having a great season, not allowing many goals in against any teams, as Clopton finds himself back in this position, trying to bring up the ball for the Big Blue. Gets around Matthews. Clopton trying to go all the way. Passes out, and this is dropped. Recovered, as Tripp gets the ball for the Big Blue, and whistle is blown once again. As this time Swampscott will get the penalty shot. As Tripp will take it. Tripp cutting inside. Pressure from multiple defenders. No foul call as they lose it. Tripp gets the ball back once again. Passes out to Clopton. Clopton loves having the ball in her stick, as she scored over 200 points for the Big Blue. Passes out to Laundry.
Paul, prove me wrong, but
As the goal for the Big Blue will not count, as it was after the penalty was blown. Sorry for cutting you off, Joey. Close opportunity for the Big Blue, as this time it'll be a penalty shot for the Big Blue. No goal.
Paul, as I was saying, and you're perfectly fine, no goal thus far has not been a penalty shot goal.
As the shot was just high, Recovered by the Big Blue as Tripp gets it. Passes out to Puzo, who's already scored a goal this game. Back over to Tripp. Tripp one-on-one, but whistle is blown. Extremely physical game from both sides as Tripp has a great opportunity one-on-one on the penalty shot. Cutting inside, pressure, and scores! Cecilia Tripp tying up the game for the Big Blue, 2-2. Great play from Tripp, taking advantage of the penalty shot.
That is now 2-2, and as I was saying, every single goal thus far has been off penalty shots. So we are seeing two very competitive teams go face off against each other. Paul, we're gonna return to you with the draw.
As Clofton will take the draw once again for the Big Blue. Lots of fouls from both sides, and both sides have taken advantage of it, as Joey did mention. All goals coming off of penalties. Close game so far with 3:18 left of the first quarter. As the whistle is blown on another face-off, and it will be a redo at the center for another draw. As Melrose, win the face-off, trying to get a quick answer to Tripp's goal. The Big Blue staying back on defense, not trying to get another penalty called, as number 17 is cutting inside, passes out over to number 4 for Melrose. Lots of commotion here for the last 5 seconds as Laundry will wind up to the ball for Swampscott. Spin move, great move, just high for number 3, Laundry. Would have been a great play for a highlight reel. Instead it will stay 2-2. So the ball gets back to Laundry, but whistle is blown. And it looks like it'll be another penalty shot for Swampscott. Laundry now, one-on-one. This time passes out to Clofton. Clofton, great pass as it deflects off of the Big Blue. So the ball will remain Swampscott. Few fans aren't happy with the call. As the fans were correct, it is indeed Melrose ball. 2-2, 2:40 left of the first quarter. Melrose trying to get the lead back. Dangerous pass inside to Laundry, unable to get it. The ball rolls out of bounds. And the Big Blue get an opportunity to take the lead. Laundry taking the ball up for the Big Blue. Pass over to Clofton. Jukes one way. Clofton gets a shot on goal and scores! Coco Clofton.
We do not know 100% if that goal is going to count here for Coco Clofton, but if that is going to count, that's going to be 3-2 Swampscott, and it is now 3-2 Swampscott. That is the first non-penalty goal.
The goal will stand. Unfortunate for Melrose as Clofton making a great play. 3-2 Swampscott. as the ball goes to Melrose off of the face-off. Melrose trying to tie the game up once again. Pass is over to Matthews. Pressured from Wald. Great defense from multiple Big Blue defenders as the tough pass finds the back of the net for Melrose, tying up the game 3 apiece.
Let's watch the replay.
As the goal is from number 16. Goal for Allison Doherty, tying up the game for Melrose. As Clopton does it herself in the face-off. Gets the ball too. Clopton looking for a pass. Finds Laundry. Laundry fake one move. Getting around 2 defenders. Good defense from Melrose as they get it. Whistle is blown. They keep going. Number 17 for Melrose passes out just high. As Doherty can't get there, ball will go out of bounds and it'll go to Swampscott ball as Bliss will take it up for the Big Blue. Pass over to Tripp, over to Wald. Big Blue having a great series of passes as Keeney will take it up for the Big Blue. Lob pass from Keeney. Melrose recover. 30 seconds left of the first quarter.
This goalie can just not find an opening.
No reason to rush as the goalie for Melrose will run it out with 5 seconds left. Quagrello making a stop. Siciotti will get it, but can't do anything with it, as that'll do it for the first quarter. Your Swampscott Big Blue 3 and Melrose 3.
That is indeed correct, Paul. As you can see, she didn't try to go for anything there at the end, or else that would have been a penalty to my knowledge.
No point trying to risk anything with 5 seconds left, as we'll catch you right back for the second quarter. So we are back to center for another draw between Swampscott and Melrose. Close first quarter between both sides. As Clopton will win the faceoff for the Big Blue. And whistle is blown. Advantage call as Clopton keeps it going. Now we'll slow down. Looking for a pass. Clopton will pass out to Tripp. Tripp over to Laundry. Tripp cutting inside. Screen set. Instead we'll pass out to Damati. Great offensive passes from the Big Blue. Can they score a goal here is the question. Pass over to Clopton. Clopton, tough shot. Rolls out of bounds. And the extra effort for the Big Blue is worth it as they keep possession of the ball. Passes inside to Laundry. Ball rolling as it is recovered from Melrose. Melrose picking up the pace, getting around number 12, Keeney, for the Big Blue. As whistle is blown. Passing around from Melrose. Melrose shot off the right post. Kaplan gets a tough break. It's a lucky break, excuse me. Tough break from Melrose as they keep possession. And whistle is blown. Oh, stay Melrose ball. Trying to take advantage to get their 4th goal of the game. Can Melrose do it? Whistle is blown once again. Decide not to take the whistle as there's another whistle, and this time they'll stop the play. Passes over to number 22, Matthews. Matthews pass inside, dangerous for the Big Blue. Passes outside. Swampscott defense struggling a little bit, not trying to keep them out of the inner circle. Shot just left as it'll stay Melrose ball. 9:20 left of the first half. Can Melrose score their 4th of the game? Pass over to number 17, Frawley. Shot from Melrose, scores! Goal is from number 22, Matthews. Anna Matthews having a great game for Melrose, getting involved offensively and defensively, giving Melrose the lead 4-3. Swampscott having no choice but to get a quick answer to tie up the game. 9:05 left of the first half, excuse me. Lots of action here for the first 10 seconds after the draw. Swampscott. Tough mistake for Swampscott as Melrose lined up with the ball. Doherty bringing up the ball. Tough hit from Bliss. Passes around from Melrose. High pass. Winds up to the unintended target, number 28, Arnold for Melrose. Cutting inside. Goal for Melrose. 5-3 Melrose. Quick 2 goals for the Red Raiders. Goal is by Anna Matthews once again. Timeout for Swampscott, trying to regroup after the 2 quick goals were scored by Melrose. 5-3, so we'll catch you right back for the end of the first half. Back after the timeout, 5-3 for Melrose. As Swampscott will win the face-off, picking up the pace. Dangerous pass inside to Puzo. Not a problem for the Big Blue as they recover. Big Blue look to cut down the lead to 1. Rare territory for Swampscott, being down by 2 in a game. As the whistle will be blown, it'll be a great opportunity if it's against Melrose. No, it is against Swampscott. Melrose getting a tough, lucky defensive break. Another whistle is blown. They wave it off as Melrose will keep going. Great move. Lights come on.
It's not even that dark yet.
Slowing the game down is Frawley. Matthews. Behind that now for Melrose. Passes inside for Melrose and they score. Doubling the score from the Big Blues, 6-3. Just a crazy game for Melrose.
It's going to be what it seems like, Paul.
Seems like it was Ella Daniels with the goal. Daniels getting involved now for Melrose, 6-3. Swampscott just have not looked like themselves. Tough first half as they look to try to make a great comeback.
Tough first half, Paul. This is a tough senior night for Swampscott.
It's senior night too. 5 seniors for the Big Blue are not going to be happy about the first half. Clopton will win the face-off. Keep the ball too. Clopton trying to go all the way.
As I said,
passes over to Laundry. Sorry, Joey.
Perfectly fine, Paul.
Trip over to Laundry. Clopton. Clopton with a great pass inside to Puzo. Shot no good. Just left. As the ball will stay for Swampscott.
Indeed, Paul. That shot was no good. No good at all.
Much needed goal for Swampscott as they haven't gotten anything going offensively. As Clopton will try to do it herself. Spin. Now looking for a pass. Screen set. Another pass. And it's intercepted from Melrose. Picking up the pace is number 17 for Melrose.
That is Frawley, Paul.
Frawley trying to go all the way for Melrose. Five minutes left of the first half. Passes to behind the net. Pressured from Bliss and from Burse. Passes out to number 17, Frawley.
Seems as if, Paul, even though Swampscott has been, ruling the ball in multiple parts of this game in this specific quarter, they have not been able to score a goal since the last.
Goals have come hard for the Big Blue this game. Only scoring 3. Almost first half. Almost 2 quarters. 3 goals for the Big Blue. Not something you see from them very often. So we get another penalty shot for Melrose. Great opportunity. Can Kaplan get this? And yes, she can. Nothing to celebrate. Yes. Melrose recover. And whistle is blown. Great play from Swampscott as they get the ball back. Try to build up some momentum. Yellow card call on Melrose. Excessive foul. So it'll be a little under 4 minutes and Swampscott will try to score here. Dangerous pass from Kaplan inside to Puzo. Passes over to Clopton. Clopton using her speed. Can she get a goal here? Looks like it'll be a penalty shot for Swampscott. So they need to get their 4th goal of the game, and they need to get it soon.
2 out of the 3 shots from Swampscott that have made it in have been penalty shots.
Swampscott definitely have been taking advantage of their great penalty opportunities, as this time they elect to just pass it out, try to build up a goal through the offense. Spin move from Clopton, and for Swampscott. It's her 2nd goal of the game. Coco Clopton having a great senior night. So we'll go back to the center for another face-off. 2:38 left of the first half.
Great senior night in terms of goals amongst her peers. Bad senior night in terms of a current game as she is losing, but she has by herself done very nice this game.
Clopton definitely keeping the Big Blue in this game. Only down by 2 is still anyone's game with over a half left of this game to be played. As this time Melrose win the face-off. No penalty this time, as they try to get a quick answer back to bring the lead back up to 3. Swamps have definitely been building up the momentum offensively and defensively over the last 3 minutes. As the sun starts to set, first half starts to dwindle. A little over 2 minutes left. What can Melrose do here? Melrose taking their sweet time here. No reason to rush, as Swampscott are unable to get the ball back. Melrose look to build an opportunity. Frawley with the ball for Melrose. Bounce pass inside as number 4 gets behind the line first. So it'll go for for Melrose ball. Ball rolling out of bounds. Can Melrose get there? Yes, they can. Pressure from Bliss trying to force him out of bounds. Can't. Great opportunity for number 28, Arnold. Passes out. Frawley trying to go all the way. Bounce, no good. Swampscott need this first half to end before Melrose get their 7th goal of the game. Very close there. 40 seconds left of the first half.
Possible goal incoming, Paul.
Lot pass from Melrose. Can't get anywhere. 30 seconds left. 3 defenders trying to play defense, but whistle is blown. So go against Swampscott. Great penalty shot for Melrose. Be a great last second goal for Melrose. Can the Red Raiders do it? Cutting inside, hit from behind. Whistle is immediately blown. Swampscott playing way too quick here.
That is going to be a yellow card against the Big Blue here. Bringing out the yellow card means that a whistle has been blown on one player specifically 3 times throughout this game.
There have been a lot of fouls from both sides this game, as the shot is no good for the Red Raiders. One more chance with a little under 5 seconds. Hit from behind, but whistle is blown. 1 second left of the first half. Great opportunity to end the first half strong for the Raiders.
Oh, that is one of the first yellow cards I have actually seen. One of the probably first 3 I've seen during my career of doing this.
Frawley will take the penalty shot. half for Melrose. Very unfortunate for the Big Blue giving up that kind of penalty and the yellow card as they try to regroup now. Down 3, not the biggest of leads by any means, as Swampscott look to have a better second half, as we will catch you for that.
Melrose goal scored by number 17, Jillian Crowley. And at the half, the score is Melrose 7, Big Blue 4.
And we are back. We are now 7-4 for Melrose. We are going to immediately be moving into the face-off with 12 minutes on the clock in the third quarter, coming straight back out of halftime. Let's see what these teams can do.
Low-scoring game from both sides. 7-4. It's still anyone's game with the start of the third quarter now underway.
Correct. We're going to be immediately winning here with Melrose, as it's going to be number 17, Frawley, making her way up the side. We've seen many goals from Frawley. I'm pretty sure 3 goals. That is going to be an immediate goal there from Melrose. Let's watch that replay. That is going to be a goal from a player who we do not have on our... Was that... That is going to be, yes, I was correct, 33. That is going to be Lauren Healy. Very nice there for number 33. We're going to immediately be moving back into the face-off. Here we go. We are going to be won here by, it was Melrose, but it's going to be handed over to Swampscott straight immediately as Coco Klopp is going to make her way up. She's going to slow down quick, and then it's going to be an immediate goal there from, it seems to be, I believe, number 3, Avery Laundrie. That's a great goal there, Paul. What do you have to say about that, with the score now being 8-5 with Melrose?
8-5 game for Melrose. Quick answer against the goal from number 33 from Melrose.
That is indeed correct. Quick answer, as you have said, but as I would say, quick strike.
It's a great spin move from from Laundrie. 8-5 now. Back to the center for another face-off.
Back here into the face-off straight immediately. We're going to be here with Swampscott winning it. Coco Clopton, and that is going to be a whistle here. Yep, that is going to be a whistle here.
Swampscott elect to just play Clopton spin move. And whistle is blown once again.
That original whistle straight coming out was actually an empty, which happens when another player looks in another stick when they have nothing there. Is going to be now here with Melrose as the ball goes to the opposite side. And another one. Yellow card here. We have a yellow card yet again here on Ciciotti. That is not very good. That means that there have been 3 plays that have been no called on her. 3 plays that result in any type of foul, any type of anything, penalties, anything like that. Things such as, physical acts, anything like that. Anything that, could provoke the rules of girls lacrosse. Back here, Melrose. We're going to start it out immediately. It's going to be given to Frawley, pass it back and forth, dropped here, and combating is going to be Swampscott as Clopton trying to find a way, surrounded on all 3 sides like a peninsula. Yet instead of water, it was Red Sea, the Red Sea. Their name is the Red Raiders. Correct, yes. And immediately back here, we are going to have Clopton after the whistle, and another whistle blown, but it's going to be... was not ignored. They had to blow the whistle a few times so that they were heard. And resuming play here, we have Clopton making her way up. Well, I have noticed tonight that these stands are packed for Swampscott.
That's right, as it is senior night, many fans coming to support their fellow seniors.
All right, so we are going to be straight back into what seems to not be too much action, just going a little bit back and forth, you know, conversating between each other what they're going to do. They're like telepathic or something, coming up with some type of plan as they make their way onto the sideline. Hopefully they don't roll out. Yet again, Paul, not much I'm seeing here.
Overall, little action for the start of the third quarter. There has been a goal apiece from both sides. Other than that, not much. Just a very physical game from both sides.
That is indeed true. Very physical. As you said, there is not much happening right now. Maybe we're about to see a goal here from... That is going to yet again be a goal from Laundry. I actually forgot to do my laundry this evening. That was a very nice goal from Laundry. Amazing. Paul, go ahead.
It was a great goal from Laundry, but an even better pass from Clofton, making that play happen. Cutting the lead down to 2. Still anyone's game. Swampscott making a case here on why they should win this game on senior night.
Cheering from the stands and from the sidelines, it's seen as everyone is trying to lift up their teammates' spirit. Face off here, about to begin. Whistle. Oh. Something happened there. It is going to be a redo. Yep. Moving back here, we now are going to be seeing two very ferocious competitors go back and forth for a minute here in this face-off. This is a long face-off, seeing as how nothing is happening. She's just... Oh, and here we are going to be starting it. Straight up, it is going to be won by Melrose. Immediately going over and immediately almost going out. Yeah, it's going to be staying in, actually. Not at all going out here. We are going to be making their way up at the sideway now. Whoa, another whistle blown. It's going to be Melrose. Okay. So now we're going to be making our way up here with number 25, Brophy. Brophy immediately passes over downfield. Downfield, we have Arnold making her way behind it. To the side, passes it over immediately to 22. 22 being Matthews. Then she's going to pass over immediately to Frawley. Frawley, a big game player, is going to have a whistle blown now.
Another great opportunity for Melrose. Can they score their 9th goal of the game here?
Can they score their 9th goal of the game here? That is correct, Paul. Swampscott only being down by 2 here, now with a penalty shot. Will they be able to do it? Will they not? We will find out. They will not, as they want to be caught by Kaplan. I would have expected some type of play other than just blatantly going straight for her face there, but nothing much there, as there's going to be no goal with 7:50 on the clock, it seems. We're going to be making our way down here with Clopton, yet again a midfielder who is playing as an attacker. You don't usually see that very often.
Big Blue are starting to build up momentum. Can they keep it going to cut the lead down to 1? The fans here do hope so.
The fans, people at home who are watching this and rooting, everything.
Looks like it'll be a yellow card on Melrose.
On Melrose, that's a switch up. These teams are like, it seems as if more competitive than Swampscott and Marblehead, as I do not believe a single card showed up for the Marblehead games.
If there was one, there weren't many for sure, as Melrose take the penalty shot.
Paul, was anyone ejected?
Looks like there wasn't. It could have potentially just been a flag.
That was probably it then, Paul. That is going to be a goal there. That's an amazing goal there from Swampscott. It's going to be now for a 8-7 lead from Melrose. Let's watch that replay.
great goal from Laundry, completing her hat trick, scoring 3 out of the 7 goals for Swampscott.
3 out of the 7, Paul. That's percentage all right. I don't really know my fractions too well, so I can't give you an exact estimate, but that is indeed a percentage that is good right there.
That's a great percentage from Laundry as the Swampscott continue to expand on their momentum. Can they tie up the game now is the question.
Back to the face-off here. We have, yet again, the same people, I do believe. It is going to be immediately going off and won by Swampscott. Swampscott's going to be pushing up here with Clopton. Clopton making her way on the sideline. She's moving quick, moving extremely quick, making her way. Slow and steady does not win the race in this one, folks, as a whistle is going to be blown. I don't know what type of penalty that was, as the ref made an X with his arms. It's going to be a penalty shot here. Paul, do you think that right here, right now, it'll be 8-8?
There's a great chance. Instead, I'll go just high. Swampscott have definitely taken advantage of their penalty shots here.
Taking advantage of more than, you know,
say around 50% from Swampscott.
Something around there, correct, Paul. I'm going to have to agree with you on that.
The Melrose have had just as many, if not more, penalty shots. Just this game has been loaded with penalties from both sides.
All right, so we're going to be immediately back here with, it seems as if a failed pass there from Swampscott over and into the arms of Melrose, as a whistle is going to be blown. Could we potentially be seeing another yellow card? No, we are not. We're going to just be seeing some sort of possible penalty, or more or less just a whistle blown due to it going outside per chance. Anything in that region. So anything that could be outside, anything that could just be a flag. No card at all. And that is going to be a goal. That is immediately scored. Very well done there from Swampscott. As we are going to have Coco Clopton here, a midfielder with another goal.
Clopton also completing her hat trick, tying up the game for Swampscott. An outstanding comeback from Swampscott as they are now continuing to build the momentum. Can they take the lead now with Clopton and Laundry having both completing their hat tricks, scoring, looks like it was 6 out of 8, 3 out of 4. 75% of the goals have come from those two players.
75? Did you say 75%?
Yeah, 75%, 6 out of 8.
Combined, correct? Combined, correct?
That's combined, Joey.
All right, then that's very nice. Combined 6 out of 8 goals.
Both of them are definitely keeping the Big Blue fighting, giving them a fighting chance to still contend for the first place in the division.
All right, we are going to be heading over into Swampscott territory, having to start playing the defensive side here, as a whistle is going to be blown. Is that was, I'm pretty sure. Never mind. I'm not pretty sure. I'm 100% sure that was a green card. So they are going to be sending someone out. It's only just for a minute. Just for a minute.
Looks like it was Laundry who got sent off. Swampscott definitely need Laundry out. She scored 3 goals. Definitely needing her offensive presence. Sorry, Joey.
Is that her second time getting outed from the game?
It could have been her second, most likely her first, as a few other players have been sent off as well. It's a very physical game. Both teams getting cards for sure.
How many has Melrose gotten?
Melrose has gotten either 1 or 2.
All right.
Not playing as physical as Swampscott, but they have been getting lots of fouls called on them, as another one is called.
Well, at least we know it's a fair game. They each have cards called on them. This time there will be no card called. but there will indeed be a penalty shot for Melrose onto the Big Blue.
As Daniels tries to take it. Instead, we'll slow it down. Melrose, no reason to rush as they are not losing yet. Tie game 8 apiece as they try to cut the momentum from Swampscott.
Cutting the momentum. I don't know if they're going to be able to do that here, Paul. There's no guarantee that they won't or will be able to, as there is 3 minutes and around 3 minutes and a half left. We could be seeing another goal here from Melrose.
This quarter has been all Swampscott, outscoring Melrose 4-1 in this quarter.
Not much going on, just lots of spinning here from Melrose, as we could be seeing a goal here.
Both teams are fighting desperately. Melrose trying to score, Swampscott trying to stop. It's an 8-8 tie game. Both teams are desperate for a win here.
Very nice goal there. That's very nice there. That is going to be a goal by, I believe so. That's going to be... Let's watch that replay first, but other than that, I do believe it was Matthews. Let's watch that replay first. That was indeed Anna Matthews.
Anna Matthews, excuse me, Joe, also completing her hat trick. 3 different hat tricks in this game so far out of the 17 total goals. All 3 players have definitely kept their teams in this game.
It's a bird, it's a plane, it's 3 varsity lacrosse players. We're going to immediately be going back to the face-off between these 2 teams as the score is 9-8. This is a very tight and close game here from each side. The 4th quarter has not even started yet, so there is still a lot more that we can do to pack a punch here for both teams. Making their way up, yet slowly but surely making their way through is the whistle, actually, as it is going to be blown. And it is going to be Melrose ball as they immediately pass it over to the goalie. And they're looking for an opening as they tell their midfielders and attackers to move a bit more down towards the offensive side. Drop the ball, multiple stumbles. It is going to be made their way up now here by Melrose. Melrose making their way. Let's see, will they be able to shoot this in? Get it. Blocked. That is going to be straight off. It seems as if the bottom of the lacrosse stick, the bottom of the little hoop net thing of the lacrosse stick. I don't know what the technical term for it is, but I will just call it a net for now. The net of the lacrosse stick. It went and hit the bottom of the metal part and stopped as Kaplan went to save it. So that is not going to be a goal from Melrose and is still going to be 1 down Swampscott with the score being 9-8 Melrose.
Kaplan definitely keeping the Big Blue in this game with a great save, just getting on the bottom of her stick, as Joey did mention, as the Big Blue try to pick up the pressure now.
Making their way. Here we have it, putting their feet into the ground and stomping, making their way up, doing something, anything at least. Oh, whistle blown.
Laundry will get the penalty shot for the Big Blue, it looks like.
No yellow card, no anything, just a penalty shot.
Great opportunity for Laundry to tie up the game and score her 4th goal of the game.
4th goal of the game. That would mean that she would have the most goals out of all of her teammates, which means the majority of the goals. Green card. Seems as if the stands are very excited about that green card. If they are going to use it after this. It's going to be a blocked goal here from Melrose, and it's going to be made their way up now. Making their way up. This is quite the game for both Swampscott and Melrose, but a little bit better for Melrose as they are currently the victors.
Great save from Melrose as they now try to pick up the pressure offensively and bring their lead up to 2.
The name of the Melrose goalie is Hitchman. as I was saying, there was a shot on goal from Melrose, but it went over, and that is the end of the third quarter. With 0-0 being on the clock, obviously we are going to be ending this quarter with a score for Melrose being 9-8, being up by 1. If you weren't able to tell based on the 9-8, they are now up by 1, correct. And we will catch you back in approximately 2 minutes. Back here with both teams showing maximum aggression in this one area. It seems as if practically jumping with anticipation here from each side. It's going to be one here, the face-off by an undefined winner, now becoming Swampscott, as they're going to be making their way up. Seems as if we are going to be possibly witnessing a goal. Maybe. No guarantee. Maybe.
There's always a chance for a goal from either side, as this time Swampscott tried to do it. Clofton tries to do it herself.
Yet again, a midfielder, as I would like to add, a midfielder. Which is actually insane. A midfielder who's holding great goal there. Great goal there. That is amazing there. That's an amazing goal from Swampscott. Specifically, that goal was, I don't believe it was a hat trick, was it, Paul?
No, that was Avery Laundrie. That was not a hat trick. That was her 4th goal of the game, tying up the game 9-all. A perfect case scenario to start the 4th quarter for Swampscott as they tried to draw up that play in the intermission. So we'll go back to the center now. Even Steven from both sides.
Who's Steven? I'm just messing with you, Paul. Don't worry. Don't worry about it. Yep, we are now even. Both Swampscott and Melrose. Winning the face-off here is Swampscott, Coco Clopton. The amount of screaming from the stands is insane. Paul, do you think this will be overtime?
No, there's always a chance. The fans are trying to keep the Big Blue in it. Fans definitely have been a factor from both sides, as there have been lots of Melrose parents as well.
Paul, I'm going to say this. If it did go into overtime, that would be insane. I'm pretty sure the people at home and the people here would all agree with me if we went into overtime, this would be an amazing game.
Absolutely. It'll only add to the amount of excitement this game has brought from both sides.
Especially since, yet again, it is Swampscott senior night.
It is Swampscott senior night. So a win here would not only excite the players but the fans too and give them momentum going into Friday.
A little bit of commotion going on over here near the goal line. There's going to be a whistle blown.
So it looks like Victoria Piero will take the penalty shot for Swampscott.
Very nice for a penalty shot yet again. Possibly bringing it to 10-9. Hitting the post of the goal, specifically the left side of the post, but for the goalie, the right side of the post.
Tough break from Swampscott as the ball went off the post, as Joey did mention. Now Melrose try to bring up the ball.
That is indeed correct. They're going to try to bring it up, but there's going to be a stumble on the field.
As the whistle is blown, Melrose now have an opportunity to take back the lead, 10-9.
She was fine. Just want to add that in. She was fine. There was no injury at all, nothing like that. So they're just going to be able to resume play. And speaking of the victim of that fall, she's now going to be holding the ball here. We have Frawley.
Frawley definitely having herself a game here as she tries to score another goal.
Possibly looking for vengeance here against the grass for making her slip.
But no, instead it'll go back to Swampscott. Tripp, no, running for her life, trying to score for Swampscott.
Very close here. We're seeing anticipation from both sides. Extreme anticipation as Tripp is going to miss the pass and is going to still be recovered though by Laundry. It was almost recovered by Melrose, but it eventually, inevitably, was not. That was a missed shot, and it is going to be just straight into the goalie's arms. We're witnessing possibly one of the best high school games that I, personally, and maybe even you folks at home, have ever seen. It is going to be another whistle blown. The whistle blown they're practically uncountable at this point. But the good thing is we have not seen any yellow, red, green, blue, purple, anything like that. No types of cards this game. Not this game, this quarter. So yeah, that's good that they've been easing up on that, right, Paul?
Yeah, absolutely. Both teams decided to take a step back and just play the game.
I do believe that one of these Swampscott players is holding 2 yellows right now, which would be bad because if they get one more, that is a red card, I do believe, and they are out of the game.
Definitely dangerous territory for Swampscott. Not being in that situation many times this season, as getting a red card would be catastrophic for any player for Swampscott.
That is indeed correct. Literally, any player for Swampscott receiving a red card would be catastrophic to this game as the ball is going to be dropped. The stands are going wild, and it's going to be recovered by Melrose. Here we have, and a whistle blown. I didn't see that coming, definitely. But it's going to be Frawley who held the ball before the whistle was blown, and she is going to be immediately passing over to Matthews. Oh, that was an amazing shot on goal, but a bad shot in goal because it unfortunately did not fit.
Swampscott building on momentum, fans cheering. Everything is saying that Swampscott can score here, trying to give them the lead with 6:37 left of the fourth quarter.
Full sprinting down the field like a train. Oh, wow. That was Sissiotti sprinting. Oh, there we have it. That's what I was waiting for.
Both teams are desperately fighting for it. Referee blew the whistle before anything happened as Clofton will take it.
Oh. Paul, I'm going to be honest. The amount of whistle blows are just annoying now because I'm on the edge of my seat. Well, I'm not sitting. I'm on the edge of my feet, just waiting in anticipation for something to happen. But the amount of whistles blown were insane, and that's going to be a goal for Clopton. That is going to be one of the first times we see Swampscott going up now.
Great goal from Clopton, as all the fans are definitely on their feet now. Clopton with 4 goals this game, giving the Big Blue the lead 10-9. As Swampscott have definitely taken advantage of their penalty shots, scoring 3 of them out of 7.
As we now enter the deadly zone with the scores becoming double-digit for Swampscott, their confidence has gone up, sky high, and we are going to be immediately cutting over into a timeout. The score now being 10-9 Swampscott with 5:52 left on the clock in the fourth quarter. Let's see what these teams can do. We're going to be back with anticipation in the stands here from literally everyone with the stomping on the stands, going bang, 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 bang. It's going to be Swampscott here against Melrose for the play here, for the play. It's going to be one face-off, undetermined right now, out of bounds, out of area. I don't know the specific term. I'm just going to say out of bounds. It is Melrose with it. It's going to be immediately passed over. Frawley now holding it is insane. She has many goals. She has 3, maybe 4 goals. I'm pretty sure 3, but she has 3 goals currently.
Fans are cheering now, trying to root for Swampscott to take the lead by 2. Can they do it here?
Paul, I believe that anything can happen.
Especially after a foul against Melrose, giving the Big Blue a great opportunity here to get their 11th goal of the game.
This game has completely turned around because it was at one point, I do believe, 8-4. And is now 10-9 Swampscott. 8-4 Melrose specifically, Paul.
Yeah, that was early in the third quarter, as it wasn't looking great for the Big Blue, but they have turned into a different team now after 6 minutes in the fourth quarter. Can they keep that name? Let's find out.
Well, Paul, same team, same players, different mindset.
Absolutely, as the coaches have done a great job for the Big Blue.
That is going to be an extremely close shot there from Clopton, but it is going to go out. Not even having to be touched by the goalie at all, but it is going to be recovered inevitably by Swampscott.
So it looks like it'll be a penalty shot for Swampscott. If Clofton scores this, that'll be her 5th of the game on her senior night.
Oh, yes, that is correct, because she is herself a senior. So this is one of the last years we will see her as she scores the goal. Clofton here making the score 11-9. There is still an undetermined winner. That was a great goal there from Clofton. As you were saying, it is now 5 goals for Clofton, Paul. 5 goals for Clofton. We're going to be immediately going back to the face-off. But Paul, what do you have to say about that?
It was a absolutely outstanding play. Clofton scoring another penalty shot, having herself a night to remember. 5 goals, giving them the lead 11-9. 2-goal lead is still anyone's game, but is looking very good as Swampscott definitely built up the momentum, and the fans are definitely helping them this game.
Now, Paul, I'm just going to say this. There is no specific player that is carrying this team, but there is anything that is carrying this team. Both teams, it is the penalty shots. The amount of penalty shots that there have been scored are insane, but it's going to be here with no one. Whoa. I don't know what happened. There was a whistle blown, but it was completely ignored, and there's going to be Melrose winning the ball, winning the face-off, holding the ball, as another whistle is going to be blown. What are we going to be seeing here? Yet again, nothing, but it's just going to be passed over yet again with Melrose. I don't know if there was a penalty or anything. It was just like a pause of play, something like that. I have no clue at all. But it's going to be Frawley with the ball, trying to spin move, juke, anything that she can do to get out of this immense defense. And she did it successfully for a little while, but that did not matter as she did miss the goal. Quite the tough luck here for Melrose at the current moment in time, being down by 2. They have to score at least 2 goals within the next 3 minutes to actually make this into an overtime game at least, which, Paul, I'm pretty sure you could agree with me, would be amazing, insane.
It would be amazing.
That is going to be a goal! Shot up here. That is going to be straight from number. This is amazing, amazing, amazing. As we will be going into our second goal that appears, we will be returning to the face-off. What do you have to say about that, Paul?
I have a lot to say. Melrose have definitely picked up the pace. They realize they're down. They have to pick up the pace quickly before it's too late, being down by 2. Scoring a quick goal was number 16, Doherty for Melrose, as they were celebrating, but there's nothing to celebrate about yet as they're still down by 1 in this game.
That is correct, but they have 3 minutes just to score 1 goal to go into overtime.
That is assuming Swampscott doesn't score as they win the face-off here.
It's an astute observation there, Paul. That is assuming they do not score. If they do score, then that's going to be 2 goals. If they score with 30 seconds left, I don't know if they'll be able to get 2 goals with 15 seconds
It would
each as
definitely
an
be
interval.
it would definitely be a tough task for Melrose, but still anything can happen in this game with a little under 3 minutes left of the 4th quarter.
As it rolled out of bounds, it seems as if the stands did not know who was going. That is not in! That is not in! That is actually not in, Paul.
That shot went off the post, would have been it for Swampscott. 12, that would have been their 12th of the game. Instead of remain 11 as the whistle is blown.
Thank you for clarifying that, Paul. People are on the edge of their seats down in the stands here today. They are absolutely mind-boggled, confuzzled, any type of crazy shortest word that you can use to describe, confused, like focused. They are focused, extremely focused, waiting for this goal to happen.
Shot from Siciotti, no good on the penalty as Swampscott tried to stay in it, holding on. 11-10, under 2 minutes. Can they hold on is the question here.
36 now running up from Melrose. She passes over immediately over to Arnold here. It's going to be with no whistle. No whistle, but it was going to be passed over to Frawley. Frawley possibly being able to score her 4th goal of the game here. Let's see, will she be able to do it? She's going to drop it here. Whistle blown.
Pressure from Quagliarella will result in a penalty shot for Melrose, giving them the opportunity they need to tie up the game with under 1:30 left. Can they do it? Looks like Frawley will take it for Melrose.
this penalty shot could be the meaning of this game, Paul. The big, important thing in this game. The X factor of this game. Goal here. Melrose now.
At some 11-11 for both sides. There is a chance this goes into overtime with 1:24 left of regulation. What will happen? The fans can't wait to find out.
Exactly, Paul. 124 from Farley. I am lightheaded right now. This is insane. Winning the face-off here is going to be an undefined winner. It is possibly going to be rolling out here. Swampscott persuading as not a flag, just a penalty. Penalty here. Swampscott holding it. Multiple whacks here from Farley, but that does not seem to matter at this moment because they are not going to be calling a penalty. Moving up. That is a saved goal. That is a saved goal here.
An incredible save from Melrose, stopping Piero's shot. Would have been a great goal, giving them the lead. Instead, the goalie will save it as they try to score now.
Paul, if this goes into overtime. It
would be a crazy outcome. The fans would love it.
Paul, I've been waiting all season to do a game in overtime. Will this be it, Paul?
There is a chance this could be it, but both teams have shown great shots on goal, especially off of many penalties. Can one of the two teams score?
Hopefully or luckily, we could see a goal here as Tripp is going to... What's going on? Timeout? Is that a timeout? What's going on here? Delay of game, perhaps?
It looks like it'll be a foul called on Swampscott. Melrose now have the chance. 24 seconds left. Fans are quiet for Swampscott as they hope they can hold on to bring the game into overtime.
Paul, I genuinely am lightheaded. This is such an exciting game to watch. I'm invested. Invested is the only correct word for this game with 9 seconds on the clock.
This has definitely been a game to remember from both the boys and girls. Might be the game of the year, some would say, as the whistle is blown. It'll be a yellow card on Siciotti.
Paul, those some people would include me. I would definitely say this is the game of the year. With it being 11-11, 8 seconds left, this could be a buzzer beater goal.
There's a good chance as a tough substitution as Siciotti has to get subbed off from the yellow card. So we're back. And whistle will be blown once again.
3 seconds left on the clock, Paul.
Melrose have scored a buzzer beater goal. Can they do it when it matters most?
Paul, all I'm saying is... Oh, they added the 5 seconds back. All I'm saying is please let this go into overtime. That would make for such a great game, Paul.
There is a great chance, as Joey did mention, 5 seconds were added, giving them plenty of time now to score.
So many whistles blown here. Is this overtime or are they just going to end it?
As that will do it for regulation time, 11-11.
I'm confused. Yeah. Paul, I'm going to be honest. I am very confused. I'm pretty sure this is overtime, Paul.
Yes, we did just receive word that this will be overtime as the referees are talking to both sides. What a game, and there will be 5 minutes in overtime.
Only 5 minutes?
There'll only be 5 minutes in overtime.
Oh, I thought it was infinite, Paul. I thought it was infinite until the goal was scored.
I do believe that these games can end in ties. It is not a playoff match yet, as playoffs will start next week for both sides.
Well, gosh darn shucks. I was really hoping that it would just if this is a tie game, that'd be really uneventful.
It would be uneventful. It would be
The
definitely.
game itself, Paul.
It would be upsetting for both teams for this insane game to end in a tie.
But the game itself,
The game itself has been astronomical for both sides.
that is an amazing word, Paul. It has been mind-blowing.
It's been mind-blowing.
Like, hang on, Paul.
So we'll catch you right back for the
Yep.
as overtime starts now for both sides. 11 points each side. 4 quarters not enough, as we have received words that it'll be 2 3-minute periods in overtime. 6 minutes total. Not a lot of time for both sides to score goals.
Sorry about earlier when we were just ending. I had to step outside to take a breather because I am so excited for this game. Excited isn't even the word. It's out of this world how excited I am for this.
It's definitely been a game to remember for your whole high school career, especially for the players in this game.
That is correct, Paul. Seeing as how Marblehead and Swampscott are rivals and they are facing off against another red team.
This is definitely a senior night to remember in the history books for both schools.
100%, Paul. 100%. This is like made history right here.
And the only thing that can add to that history is a win for either sides, as both sides could definitely use it for the standings.
But I feel whichever team loses is going to take a huge toll on their confidence.
It would be a devastating loss for either side.
Correct. That is going to be a goal!
Like it's sudden death, it looks like Swampscott.
Ball.
That will do it. The final score, your Swampscott Big Blue 12.
The final goal of this game was Coco Clopton, who, as you were saying earlier, has a 200-point career record. Paul, with this amazing game here for Swampscott, this amazing win here for Swampscott, this amazing overtime in wins for this game, we are going to be ending. Are we ending this, Paul?
That will do it, as Clopton will finish her senior night with 6 out of the 12 goals for Swampscott. 50% of the goals have come from Clopton. Just an outstanding game, including the game winner in overtime.
Well, Paul, what you have to remember is that it's not just Coco Clopton's senior night. It is Coco's senior night. It is Coco Clopton's senior night specifically. Abby Bragan's senior night. Daniela Bliss's senior night. Maxine Wald's senior night. Sophia Siciotti's senior night. And Desiree, do you remember her last name?
I do not, but that will do it.
She was one of the managers for the
That
team.
was the
Desiree,
team manager for
team
Swampscott.
manager. But that will end us off here, with the final score being 12-11 in overtime. Swampscott. It took them only 30 seconds to score that goal. But yes, and that will do it with the final score for the Swampscott Big Blue being 12-11 against the Red Raiders from Melrose. That is correct. That will do it for me and my co-announcer and friend Paul. And make sure to check us out on Instagram at Swampscott_TV for any live updates about games and other things. Make sure to like. The comments have been disabled, so just like and subscribe. And make sure to tune in next time. Also, this weekend's weather is going to be beautiful. Maybe step outside for a little bit, take a walk, do something. Thank you for watching.